What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday, March 15th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman so you can get updates to these sim results as we get closer to lock. And finally, let me know in the comment section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. We're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Draymond Green, Alex Len, Jeremy Grant, Luka Doncic, and Jrue Holiday on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays, punching the microphone, top 5 plays for today. There's no way I'm re-recording that. It's time to find out. First up, number 5, power forward eligible $9,200 Julius Randle. He's projected for 46.7 fantasy points. The goal is 54. Optimal lineup 21% of the time. I have him playing 37 minutes, 1.24 fantasy points per minute. We're talking 28% usage and a 23 and 11 baseline projection. Straight up double-double with 7 assists. Slight pace-up spot against Brooklyn. A great defensive matchup for him. You're not super worried about Brooklyn's D, especially without Kevin Durant there now. I don't mind paying up for a $9,200 Julius Randle. He's a guy that has to do it all. With no Elfrid Payton, I think he gets even more facilitation duty. It's just not a problematic price tag today on a day where we have a lot of value. Or you could pay a little bit higher at a different position. Small forward eligible LeBron James. He's 10,500, projected for 54. The goal's 59. He's in the optimal 23% of the time. Now LeBron gets the benefit of an excellent matchup. Gets to take on the Golden State Warriors. They gain 3.4 possessions over their averages. This is a huge pace up spot for LeBron and the Lakers. 1.55 FanDuel points per minute. Full freight, 36 minutes, 35% usage, 28, 9, and 8. Just a baseline. 2 stocks as well. This is a really nice spot. You get to take on a Golden State team where you're not all that worried about their defense. You're very excited about the pace, obviously. And this should be competitive enough that you expect LeBron to play the entire game. This is a really unique spot to get to LeBron. The problem is, I have another pay-up option I prefer. But first, we need to talk a little bit more about value, and that would be IMMANUEL QUICKLEY, shooting guard eligible, 4,600, projected for 30.5. The goal is 38. He's in the optimal 31% of the time. You can see we're taking a step up in tier. We're going to be without Elfrid Payton. IMMANUEL QUICKLEY has played about 31 minutes in the 2 games we've had without Payton and without Derrick Rose. I've got him in for 28 here just to try to be a little bit pessimistic because who knows what Tibbs wants to do. 1.09 fantasy points per minute, 19 points, 4 assists, 3 boards. Same matchup as Julius Randle, so slight pace up spot. No defensive problems to speak of. He's just a really nice value. I wish that he were at point guard and not shooting guard, just for today at least. But for 4,600, no matter what position you put this guy at, he looks like a great value. Who knows what the minutes are really going to look like because Tibbs is weird. He started Frank Ntilikina and played him 5 minutes and then he never saw the floor. So shrug emoji, I guess. I just don't see a scenario where IMMANUEL QUICKLEY is playing less than 28 minutes. And I think it's not out of the realm of possibility he plays 30 or 32, depending on how this game goes. 28 feels safe though. And at 28, he's the 3rd best play on the slate. But we're not done with shooting guard value yet. Number 2, CARIS LEVERT, shooting guard eligible, 4,100, projected for 28. The goal is 36, optimal lineup 31% of the time. Now, I'm giving him 28 minutes. He played 26 in the opener. I assume they slowly but surely ramp him up. And I'm just going to guess that he continues to maintain his normal CARIS LEVERT type rates. 28% usage, 16 points, 4 assists, almost 4 rebounds, close to a stock and a half. Now, normally he's a 1.13 fantasy point per minute guy, but because of the pace down spot against Denver and the fact that he's integrating into a new team, I'm actually just projecting him like he's a 1 fantasy point per minute guy. And as you can see, 28.3 fantasy points, 28 minutes. However, at 4,100, that doesn't really matter. Maybe he continues to play like he had been playing. Maybe he gets additional run. We have no idea as of right now. But I don't see a ton of downside in CARIS LEVERT at 4,100. He's going to be popular. I don't mind. The LEVERT QUICKLEY combination is probably the cash game combination at shooting guard on FanDuel. Pay attention to the ownership in GPPs, but both QUICKLEY and in this case now LEVERT look fantastic today. Now, before we get to number one last reminder, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, and then slide on over to Twitter and follow this guy right here, at Josh Engleman. It's the only place you're going to find the updates to my sim results. No strategy show for me today. I'll be on live before lock, so expect my updates around 6 p.m. Eastern time. And finally, the number one contender for today's slate, my favorite pay-up option of the day, power forward eligible, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 11,100, projected for 61.1. The goal is 60.9, so he hits that more frequently than a coin flip. He's in the optimal lineup 45% of the time, completely different planet than everybody else. I gave him 35 minutes, 1.75 FanDuel points per minute, 34% usage, 32.5 real points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 2.5 stocks. And the best part of it, they're taking on the Washington Wizards, a massive pace up spot. 4.8 possession increase for the Bucks over their averages. That's huge. Multiple point increase for Giannis in this spot. It does not get any better for Giannis Antetokounmpo than by facing the Washington Wizards. I know we just saw it. We're going to see it again tonight. Unequivocally for me, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the number one play on the slate. Just pay up for him. He looks great, and it's easy to pay up because you've got value in LEVERT and value in QUICKLEY and value in the center on the opposite side, Alex Len. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday, March 15th. Once again, I'm not on the strategy show, so check me out on Live Before Lock tonight. And then go watch the process show as well, 6:30 a.m. every single Monday through Friday. We'll be back again tomorrow morning with another edition of the Contenders. So good luck tonight, everybody.